Hello and welcome to Arizona Living Your Life. I'm Kate Longworth. Today we're at Changing Hands Bookstore in Tempe to talk about a very important topic of getting kids off devices and back into reading. But before we crack open a book, let's take a look at what's ahead on the show. We'll tell you about an interesting festival you won't want to miss, and ways to keep your kids healthy during the fall virus season, plus an exciting production at the Arizona Theater Company. All that and more coming up on Arizona Living. There's a nationwide trend showing that reading scores for kids is on the decline. So today we're here to talk about this hot button topic. And joining me now is Allie Sesmet, the Children's Event Manager here at Changing Hand Bookstores in Tempe. Allie, thank you so much for being here to talk about this problem we want to solve. And when you hear about stats like that, what comes to mind? Why do you think we're seeing this trend?
I think the pandemic is an easy marker. Kids weren't in school, but that's kind of an easier thing to move aside. I think kids are not finding books as easily in their libraries. I think the peer-to-peer connection of kids finding a book they're really excited about isn't there. There isn't a main feature book that's grabbing everybody's attention. And they're just not as motivated due to technology or just their busy lives. And so there's a lot of different factors that are leading into this problem.
Perhaps a simple question, but probably a little bit more complicated answer. But how do we get kids reading again?
I think we ask them, actually. We have this idea that we know what kids want to read, but we're not kids. Parents aren't kids, teachers aren't kids. Kids are so connected. They know what reading level they're at. They know what words are too big for them. So when you ask a kid, hey, what book do you want to read? They're gonna go and they're gonna start opening them. They're gonna tell you, hey, this one's too hard for me. I don't like dragons. And we might think that they need to be reading the next classic, the things that we've been reading for so many years. And it might be time to say, what's new, what's fresh, what's different, and go to where the kids are. They're on TikTok, they're on YouTube. What are they watching? What content are they consuming? And let them lead that charge.
So kind of recognizing kids need motivation, so perhaps help put that book in their hand, or maybe just take them to a bookstore and say, go ahead, you can go pick out a book. You think that's going to be a valuable tool for them?
Yeah, I think bringing kids to where the books are is a huge factor. They obviously can't drive themselves. And instead of going, I'm gonna hand you 4 books that I think you should read, sit with them and maybe read a couple pages out loud. Maybe bring them to the graphic novel section, something different. Also, looking at audiobooks are huge. Getting them their own Libro FM, getting them their own Spotify, that they can find these books in maybe formats that we have been hesitant to give them a new start and a new chance.
And why is it valuable, as you mentioned, to sit with your children, to read with your kids?
Modeling good reading behavior is huge. If you are a home of readers, your kids will be readers. And if you're not a reader, making that time to join them in something new is not just going to help their reading scores and reading literacy, but it's going to promote better community engagement, better engagement within the home, better engagement talking about their feelings, social and emotional learning. All of those things come from sitting and reading together. And they're going to want to do what you do.
What are some titles and authors that are popular with the kids right now?
Oh man, the main one is going to be Dog Man and Cat Kid. Those are hugely popular. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Babysitter's Club, the graphic novels. For picture books, Max Greenfield, who was Schmidt on New Girl, is an amazing picture book author. I cannot recommend him highly enough. His books are made for reluctant readers. They're picture books that are made for those middle graders that aren't reading that yet.
Why are books so valuable to kids and adults alike?
Books are a gateway for a different world, or a gateway to help us engage with the world around us in an easier to grasp way. I think that reading is a portal that no matter what age you are, it takes you somewhere new, and it takes you somewhere within yourself and in the world around you. And there's something magic about them. We all remember maybe that first book, whether it was when we were a kid or when we were in our 30s or 40s, that first book that really stuck. It's all about just finding that for this next generation.
Well, Allie, thank you so much for your time and these valuable tips and information. We appreciate it. And if you would like more information on Changing Hands Bookstore, please head to their website. The 18th annual Tucson Tamal and Heritage Festival is coming to Casino del Sol. We have a sneak peek at what you can expect from this celebration.
Tamales in the Mexican culture is significant because it brings families and friends together in one room and sharing traditions while they're making the tamales. I consider tamale making like a job in the kitchen. Everyone has its role, from the chef, either your mom or your nana, to maybe this is the recipe, how it's gonna go and bring out, from the kids putting olives in the masa. When we're doing these tamale parties or gatherings, it brings everyone together because we're all working together to a finished product, which is the tamale, either green corn, sweet corn, or sweet potato, red chili, my favorite. Tamales consist of basically corn husk, corn masa, and a protein, which is red chili, pork, whichever your family tradition is.
The Tamal and Heritage Festival is happening Saturday, December 2nd from 10 to 5. Come out and bring out the whole family, your kids, your abuelas, your cousins. Come out and enjoy this wonderful event. This year at Tamal Fest, you can find, of course, a wide variety of tamal vendors. We have artisans, we have showcase with various entertainment, and of course, there's various food vendors, everything from all the Southwestern flavors that you want to enjoy. We have cultural dancers from the Pascuyaki tribe, our cultural dancers. There's some Aztec dancers. We have mariachi groups with folklorico groups. We have several bands performing. So it's a good time, you know, entertainment all day long. Our Tamal Fest contest is really great. There's 4 categories. There's the traditional red tamal. We have the green corn tamal. We have the sweet tamal. And we also have the gourmet, which is a little variety of everything that people can bring in. We have several local celebrity judges that are participating. And it's a great time for everybody to participate. Great prizes throughout. So anybody that wants to join, they just need to let us know that morning and have their product ready and sign up. And it's open for everybody that wants to join any category they'd like. Last year's Tamal Fest, it was a little bit of a rainy day, but we still had over 10,000 people that came out and enjoyed. And you know, rain or shine, we're here for the event, and people come out and enjoy this wonderful cultural event in Tucson. Casino del Sol, we're here for the community. Have something to offer to everybody. They can come out, enjoy a great day, great time with their friends, family, your kids. We have something for everybody here. Restaurants, gaming, of course our wonderful hotels, water slides for the kids. We have golfing for those golf enthusiasts. And of course here at Ava, we have wonderful entertainment happening throughout the year. We're very proud and honored to host this wonderful Tamal Festival, which is the largest in Arizona. So we invite you to come out and participate with us. All the information for our Tamal Festival is available on our website at casinodelsol.com.
Well, here's an incredible stat. Children that read for 20 minutes a day are exposed to around 2 million words a year. That is some motivation to help your kids establish a daily reading routine. We'll be back with more Arizona Living Your Life from Changing Hands Bookstore. Getting your children ready for the fall flu season and how to combat the stress and pressures that come along with the holidays.
Arizona Living is brought to you in part by Sands Kia. This November and December, for every new Kia sold at Sands Kia, Phoenix Children's Hospital will receive $250. At Sands Kia, you drive, we donate.
At Pediatrics, they care for kids. This group of pediatricians focuses on the well-being of children and their individual needs.
Pediatrics is a children's health clinic, so we see kids from birth up to 18 years old for everything from sick visits to immunizations to well checks and everything in between that relates to the health of your child. My name is Laura Castro and I'm a pediatrician with Pediatrics. I love my patients. I love how available we are to our patients. We're available for calls. We're available very quickly for appointments. You can get in to see us within 24 hours, and usually even same day if parents call early enough, which is a very unique thing about pediatrics.
Pediatrics is a wonderful pediatric office we have here in North Phoenix. We have 2 offices. We are open Monday through Sunday, and we specialize in taking care of children with special needs, routine child care, sick kids. My name is Dr. Subir Mitra. I'm a pediatrician here at Pediatrics. Here at Pediatrics, most of us have been here for quite a long time, and we like to have a family type of atmosphere here. One of the things I enjoy most is taking care of patients who have their cousins come and see me or their neighbors see us. Even now, I even have some patients that I took care of when they were younger that now bring their kids to see me. So that brings a lot of happiness to me.
In the fall, we tend to see the return of the respiratory viruses, COVID, the flu, the common cold, and RSV as well.
Once kids start mingling with other kids, forget about it. They pass germs pretty quickly, and before you know it, they're sick, and sometimes the whole family gets sick. So the best way to avoid respiratory viruses and becoming ill in the fall is good hand washing skills, and also for parents to keep their child at home during times when they are ill so that they don't spread that illness to other kids.
The flu shot is recommended for all children aged 6 months and older. The flu shot is best given as soon as it becomes available, which is typically in the fall. Every single year you have to get it again because they make the new flu shots every year to prepare for what strain of the flu we're going to be seeing that year.
At Pediatrics, we take most commercial and access health plans. We're always taking new patients as we have patients aging out, and we always have new patients coming in. We also have Spanish-speaking doctors and staff that can accommodate people that speak only Spanish.
Kids tend to get sick on the weekends, obviously when most offices are closed, so we wanted to make sure that our families felt well taken care of, and we have weekend hours available in the mornings to take care of sick kids. You can reach us at 602-866-0550 or scan the QR code to take you to our webpage. So if your children are sick or they need a well check or just vaccines, please give us a call and come in to see us.
Well, here's another reason to get children reading. Studies show that kids who read for fun have a higher academic achievement and better mental health. We have more Arizona Living Your Life coming your way from Changing Hands Bookstore. We get a sneak peek at a new musical featured at the Arizona Theater Company and help for those struggling during the holidays.
Hi, I'm Mike Goodine. I'm with Patio Furniture. We're going to talk about the new Decton tops. Decton tops are a combination of quartz, porcelain, and glass. They're heated up to the temperature of the Earth's core. We inventory 5 different colors, very different from each other. I mean, Decton surfaces are so durable you can literally put a hot pan off the stove onto the top and it's not going to damage it. Probably the most durable top for outdoor living, especially in Arizona. Decton tops are just more durable compared to a stone top or a top that has a lot of grout in it. Grout will break down over time because of the heat. It's a surface that's designed for a harsher environment, which is what we have. I mean, that's what we live with every day of the week. It is highly UV resistant, it's stain resistant, and it's really hard to scratch it. I mean, you can literally take a screwdriver to it and create sparks, and it's not going to cause any damage to the surface. Decton tops have a 15-year warranty. They are the most durable top that you can find in the marketplace today, especially for an environment like the greater Phoenix area. Patio Furniture. Find your bliss at any one of our locations or shop online.
The holidays are stressful and can quickly become overwhelming. If you're feeling like the pressure is too much, you're not alone. The experts at Solari are here to listen and provide you resources during your time of need.
The holiday season is stressful for folks. People put a lot of pressure on themselves for what those times should be like. They have expectations around family events. And in some cases, it can be a time where people are reflecting on the entire year and they start to feel that perhaps they haven't lived up to those expectations or things aren't quite going the way that they had planned. And so then we have a lot of people contact us because they need more support at that time. People have historically thought that the end of the year is a time when we see an increase in self-harm, suicidality, people reaching out to our text line or our hotlines. But what we actually see is that there is a downturn during those times. And what we attribute that to is that people are traveling, they're not in those same social networks where they know how to access resources. And that's part of the reason that we're asking people to know that this is a resource that they can utilize and they can reach out to us, that this is a time when people should be focusing on their self-care. It absolutely helps folks to talk about what's going on. One of the biggest services that we can offer is just having someone be out there willing to listen to whatever a person's going through. A significant portion of the folks that contact us really just need to say what's affecting them and hear some ideas about what next steps could be. When somebody texts HOPE2 for HOPE, they're going to be connected to one of our crisis counselors. Those are individuals with behavioral health experience, so generally 4 to 5 years of work in the behavioral health field. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be assessing a person for safety first, making sure that that person is safe, and then we're asking them what's going on. We're really trying to find out what is the reason that they've contacted us. The biggest thing we're going to be doing is listening to them and then helping them work through a plan on what they want to do next in terms of their care. In some circumstances, that could mean that we have the ability to send out a person to meet with them face-to-face, but the vast majority of the time, folks really just want to be heard and they need some support in finding the next resource that's going to get them to the treatment option that they're interested in. We try to make our services in terms of access to the public as general as possible. If anyone has any type of behavioral health issue that they need assistance with, we want them to contact us as early as possible. This isn't just a crisis line, this is a line for people to understand how to access behavioral health services. So if somebody wants to call us on behalf of another individual, they can do that and we can help them connect them to resources. So it really is a spectrum of care that we offer, all the way from making referrals to resources through helping people that are in acute suicidal crisis. You can contact Solari 24/7, 365 by texting HOPE2 for HOPE. You'll immediately get access to one of our clinicians. We want people to understand that whatever reason they're calling, we're here to help. There's always somebody that's willing to listen. And that can be anything from just a basic referral to services all the way through crisis assistance.
Whether you're turning the pages on the latest mystery or deep into an autobiography, there are a lot of benefits to reading. Not only does it take you to a whole new world to explore, but there are a lot of health benefits. It strengthens your brain, reduces cognitive decline, and helps with those stress levels. If those aren't some reasons to pick up a book, I don't know what is. We'll be back with more Arizona Living right after this. We get a sneak peek at a new musical featured at the Arizona Theater Company. Arizona Theater Company continues its 56th season with a holiday musical the whole family will enjoy. Let's take a look at this new version of Scrooge created for the Arizona Theater Company.
Scrooge was a 1970 film written and composed by Leslie Bricusse, starring Albert Finney. This version of Scrooge is a remake of that version that Leslie wrote in about 2008. This is different than the original version of Scrooge, the film, and it's different than all of the stage adaptations of that film. There's a couple of new songs, there's some new scenes, and it's a much tighter script. I'm Matt August. I am the Kasser Family Artistic Director at Arizona Theater Company and the director of Scrooge the Musical, which is our new holiday festival offering. We are approaching the story as if we are inside Scrooge's memory. We are how he perceives the world, how he thinks about it. So everything that we see is through his lens. Everything is very black and white at the beginning. When he goes back into his childhood, he remembers it the way that a child would remember it, which might not have anything to do with how it really was. And then when he comes back to the present section, he sees it through a lens that is still distorted but has a little bit more to do with reality. And then he sees a very nightmarish version of the future ahead of him that brings him to a place where he can actually see the universe for how it is. So everything that the audience is going to see is going to be from the perspective of how Scrooge is emotionally experiencing his world.
My name is Schuler Hensley, and I have the great honor and privilege to play Scrooge in Scrooge the Musical. Look, I have been around a long time, and as a Tony-winning actor, I do love to prepare for roles, but what's interesting about Ebenezer Scrooge is he's such a part of society and of upbringing and of tradition. There wasn't a lot of preparation for me to go behind the scenes of who this character is, but it's really because of this production, which is a brand new production of new music, of an updated story. It's just one of those roles where you know what he is, but you want to stay present and in the moment of this. Our director, Matt August, made a really interesting point. Is usually a fallen hero is a character that is actively pursuing change or retribution or redemption, but in this story, he's staying the same, so it's all the characters around him that have to change him. And that really makes for an active ensemble.
The way to get tickets for Scrooge is to visit atc.org, which is our website. We're going to be in Tucson at our home venue at the Temple of Music and Art. The show will run from November 7th through December 2nd, and then we'll be up in the Tempe Phoenix Market at our new home at Tempe Center for the Arts, home of Arizona Theater Company, from the 9th of December until the 30th of December. Come to Tempe, come to Tucson, and experience Scrooge the Musical.
We want to thank everyone here at Changing Hands for hosting us today. And if you're looking for that perfect gift this holiday season, give the gift of reading. Here at Changing Hands, they can help you find the right book for your loved one. I'm Kate Longworth. We'll see you next time on Arizona Living Your Life, where we help you live your best life.